Let's start out with Open My Eye. Here we go. Faces of truth thou hast that shall in class set me free. Silently now I will ready my God, I will to see. Open my eyes. Singing our opening hymn, I Am God's Melody of Life. Here we go.
Good morning. Good morning. I am Reverend Mary Dunn, and it is my honor to be here with you this morning. So whether you are here or whether you're watching us via live stream, we want you to know that we are sending you our love. That we know that our Unity family is truly precious. I'm looking, is there anyone here with us for the first time today? Nope. All right, I'll move on. I just want to remind everyone that we're still looking for a church home. So if you're out and about in Sun City Grand, Sun City West, Surprise, if you see any place that looks like it could hold 300 people and have some good amenities to it, please let Reverend Denise or anyone on the board know the address so that we can go and look at it. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, today is our church's birthday. Yay!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And we are going to celebrate. Honey Greco has graciously offered to have the party at her home. So once the service is over today, we'll all be heading over there to celebrate. Oh, we'll have the money tree. So again, I said to people, unlike in previous years when we used to take gifts of all kinds of odd things, we don't have room here to store them. So if you want to give a gift, just pull out some green and put it on the tree. And that would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, green tree? Exactly. Our prayer chaplain today is Joyce Miller. And if you want to pray, she'll be with you over here in this corner. Our board member today is Jan Carnes. She'll be happy to answer any questions you have about the church or about the board. And we're going to stand now and sing happy birthday to us.
Yeah,
Ready? Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday. We're 19 years old today. Happy birthday to
us. All right, would you please join me in saying our mission statement? Together? Our mission is to provide a prosperous and loving community by connecting to God through prayer and following the teachings of Christ. Once more, please. Our mission is to provide a prosperous and loving community by connecting to God through prayer and following the teachings of Christ.
We're going to do a little bit of different call to worship song today. How many remember the old classic prayer song, Kumbaya? Let's go ahead and do that today. We're going to do 3 verses. We're going to start with someone's crying, someone's praying, and then we're going to finish with someone singing. Here we go. Let's go this. Someone's crying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's crying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's crying, Lord, Kumbaya. Oh, Kumbaya. Praying. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Oh, Kumbaya. Singing. Someone's singing, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's singing, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's singing, Lord, Kumbaya.
All right, please join me in our opening statement. Together, in the silence, I feel my connection to God, and I can feel His loving, living presence in me. One more time. In the silence, I feel my connection to God, and I can feel His living, loving presence in me. Join me in prayer. And we say, Father and Mother God, living, loving presence. We are grateful. We are grateful to be here, knowing that there were many who did not make it this far. We're grateful for each and every soul present. And we're grateful for those who are still with us who cannot be present. We take nothing for granted, Father. We know that we hold the keys to the kingdom. We know that there's nothing stronger than the Christ presence within. And we know that we will find our next place, knowing that this is done. I ask this and all blessings in the name and through the power of the living Christ, and so it is. Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy
daily word today is celebrate. I celebrate life today. As I grow older, I receive and appreciate all I see, hear, feel, taste, and smell as a gift from the divine, an opportunity to grow and to develop into who I have come here to be. Basking in the presence of God, I am filled. I give joyously and abundantly of my time and talents through acts of loving kindness, goodwill, and camaraderie with everyone. What a joy and blessing it is to celebrate life. Though just one day out of the year marks my birthday, I live from the awareness that in each moment now, I begin again. Becoming as a little child, I enthusiastically greet each day, every sensation and every interaction, however small, with awe and wonder, as if experiencing life for the first time. You show me the path of life. In your presence there is fulfillment of joy. In your right hand are pleasures forevermore. Psalm 16:11.
I thought I did what's right. I thought I had the answers. I thought I chose the shortest road. That road brought me here. So I put up a fight. I told you how to help me. Now just when I had given up, the truth is coming clear. You know better than I. You know the way. I have let go my need to know why. 'Cause you know better than I. And this has been a test. I cannot see the reason. Maybe knowing I don't know is part of getting through. I tried to do what's best, and faith has made it easy. And know the best thing I can do is put my faith in you. You know better than I. You know the way. I have let go my need to know why. 'Cause you know better than I. I saw a cloud and thought it was the sky. I saw a bird and thought that I could follow. It was you who taught that bird to fly. If I let you reach me, will you teach me? For you know better than I. You know the way. God, let go my need to know why. I take the answers you supply. 'Cause you know better than I.
Thank you, James. A beautiful song. Got my God bumps going again. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
You ready for the joke of the day? Yes. Okay, I like your enthusiasm over there. So are you quiet? There's two little boys that in the community are known to be troublemakers. They're always getting in trouble. And so the mom decides, well, you know what? I'm going to send them to the pastor, and the pastor can set them straight, right? So she sends the oldest one over first, and the pastor sits him down, and he says, boy, have you found Jesus? And he looks at him and he says, no. And so he starts talking a little more. And again, he asks him, boy, have you found Jesus? And he says, no. And then he's keeping on talking to him. And the third time, the minister's getting a little aggravated and kind of yells at him, boy, have you found Jesus? And so he bolts out of his office and he runs home and he tells his brother, we're in big trouble. They've lost Jesus and they think we've got him. I got him to laugh. I'm doing good. All right, so I'm going to ask you this morning, do you think you are creative?
Yes.
Oh, good. I like that answer. It kind of ruins my example. Because we are very creative. And a lot of times when I teach, because creation is a part of prayer is what we're talking about, that you have the power of imagination and you have this power of creativity within you. And then I get people telling me, oh, Denise, that's too hard. It's too hard for me to keep my focus and my attention on what I want to imagine or picture in my life, especially when I don't see it happening, right? It becomes more difficult. But I have to ask you this one other question, which is about worry. When you're worried about something, are you worried about something that has already happened or something that you think is going to happen in the future? Are you using your power of imagination with worry? It's something you're creating on your own. It hasn't happened yet. So my perfect example is a story about a man whose mother got ill and he was going to have to pay her medical bills and take care of her. And so his worry, his power of imagination, was that he would lose his job because he had to spend so much time taking care of his mom. And then he wouldn't have the money to pay her bills. And then, of course, they'd be out on the street. Isn't that where our mind goes when we worry? We worry about something that hasn't happened, that possibly won't ever happen, but that's where we go. And he did this for 8 years. He didn't just do it for a month or two. He did it for 8 years. And lo and behold, he lost his job. And when he got the message that, his own imagination had created this circumstance, he changed his ways and he found another job and he got back into that swing of prosperity. But how many times do we worry about something? We've created some situation that we don't even know is going to happen, but we've gone down that negative spiral and we worry about it. So you're using your power of imagination, your creativity in a negative way. So don't tell me you don't have it, because we do it. I know I do it sometimes. Just have somebody not show up on time that always shows up on time. Oh my God, they've gotten an accident, they're in the hospital. Where does our imagination go? The wrong way. They could be just stuck in traffic and don't have their cell phone. But that's where we go, right? So today we're going to talk about this power of creating, this power of creation and how we do it, because there are steps to it. And they're kind of steps of prayer. So that's why we're going to talk about them today. And just as Jesus gave us the Lord's Prayer in the New Testament, the Old Testament also has given us steps for creation. And those steps of creation would be in, guess what? The creation story. So we're going to go over the creation story just a little bit today. I may not get all the way through it, but we'll start. And it says, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. And the earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light. and there was light. So what's going on in this third day? In the beginning, God created. So what does it do when we're wanting to create something? We have to go back to our origin of being light. We have to go back to that place where we know we're one with God. We have to go back to that place of infinite possibilities, which is why I keep talking about that there's so many more possibilities that we have that we can see. But we're never going to see them unless we go back to our origin of being light. So in the beginning, God sees the earth is void and dark. Well, that's usually where we are when we're in that negative mode of worry, right? We're in that place of darkness. God sees its darkness. And what he tells you to do is just say, let there be light. And there is light. Because that's what you are. Just say it. Let there be light. Turn the switch on. It's just as simple as that. When we're in that place of darkness, that place of void, just choose something different and say, let there be light in this situation. Let there be light. Do you see how that connects you to the truth of who you are, to the allness, to the oneness of God, where all those infinite ideas and infinite possibilities live? But we're never going to be able to create something different in our lives if we don't take that first step to turn the light on, to connect to all those infinite ways that God can show up in our lives. All we have to do is say, let there be light. And there is light because that's what you are. Jesus said, you are the light of the world. Let your light shine. You are the light. So this Bible story is really kind of telling us who we are on the inside. It really has nothing to do with the creation of the universe. It has everything to do with the creation of your soul. And the very first statement he says is, let there be light. And that's what you are. That's what you will always be. And if you want to change the situation, you want to change your life because you feel like you're in that place of darkness and void, just say it. Let there be light. And there is light. There's no way around it because that's who you are. And then God said, he saw the light and he saw that it was good. And then God divided the light from the darkness. So the very first day of creation, God always gives you a choice. You can be the light that you are, or you can choose to be the I can't man. You can be that I can't person, that negative soul that just wants to be a victim all the time, wants to be, in that place of darkness. So you're always given a choice from day one. God separated the light from the darkness. So you can choose. You got that free will from the very first day. But he calls it good, and you have to see he calls every day good, as we should also. And then God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters above and the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So what the heck is God talking about with this firmament? What is firmament? Well, firmament would be something that you stand on, correct? It's that foundation that you have to stand on, which would be that power of faith. Firmament would represent that power of faith that each and every one of us is given. And there is waters above it, and there's waters below it. So once again, you have a choice. You can pick Whether you're going to put your faith in those infinite possibilities that are above or higher spiritual ideas, or you can put your faith in those lower negative energies. You're still given a choice which way you're going to live. And he calls the firmament heaven. Heaven. Now, Unity doesn't believe in a place called heaven, and I don't believe in a place called heaven either. It is a state of consciousness, all right? Heaven is a state of consciousness. It's that realm of infinite ideas. It's that realm of creativity. It's that place where you can create all your heart's desires. And guess what? Faith is the key to getting there. Faith is the key. If you want to change your life, if you want to experience new things, if you want to create your dreams in this space of infinite possibilities called heaven, you have to have faith in all those possibilities. So I went through that little experience myself this week. I said, because I'm always preaching about these realms of infinite possibilities and to try to expand my mind past what I see. So I just had to tell God, I said, I'm waiting for my infinite possibilities here. I just don't see them. I'm going to church, I'm working at the golf course. No other possibilities have really come. And when I read this, I knew what was missing. Because my faith is not in that realm of infinite possibilities. Sure, I like to talk about it. I like to think I believe in it. But to say my true faith was in this realm of infinite possibilities was no. No. So, what have I done? I've opened this door now to this realm of infinite possibilities, and I'm starting to see some doors open. So, hey, maybe there's something to it. Just maybe there's something to it. So we have to have faith. It's the key to these infinite possibilities. And we can use it either for the highest and good for ourselves, or we can use it for the negative, whichever we choose to do. Okay, and then God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it is so. So we're still talking about things that are coming within us. We're not talking about anything out there in the outer world. This is a story of the creation of our soul. So now we know we're light. We've been given light. We are the light. We know we've given the power of faith. And then he says, and let the waters under the heaven gather together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. So there's another power you're using in this verse to create the dry land. And that power is your power of imagination. You have to have this idea first before you can create anything. It has to be in your mind. It has to be within you. You have to plant it into your consciousness that there's going to be land. And he could see the land. Now this is not land that's out there. This is land that's in his mind. It's only in his mind right now. So we need to use our power of imagination. And like I said, a lot of people tell me they don't have that creativity. They don't have that stuff. And like I said, we use it when we worry, so you know you have it. Because you're creating something that hasn't even existed yet. So you have this power, so why not use it for the highest and the best? The power of the imagination. So you got the light. You got your faith. You got your power of imagination. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be signs for seasons, for days, and for years. And then God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule at night. And he made the stars as well. So what's he talking about? Two great lights. Of course, everybody thinks it's the sun and the moon, right? But we're still talking about creating a soul here. We're not talking about creating anything outside ourselves. So metaphysically, if we look at the story and we talk about the sun, that is our perception of the truth. That is the illumination of spiritual ideas within us. What we perceive to be true. It has great power because the moon, which is the second light here, which only reflects the sun, reflects the light of the sun, so it has no power of its own. It just reflects the light that is given. So the second, or the moon, represents our will, because our will has only the power to do what we believe. It's going to do, if you believe and worry, it's going to go there. If you believe you're the best thing on earth, it's going to go there. So your will has no decision making. It just carries out what you choose to believe in. So this great sun is your perception of the truth. So whatever your perception of the truth is what this will is going to carry out every time. So if you perceive yourself to be limited in any way, your will is just going to carry that out. If you see yourself unlimited and having faith in this realm of infinite possibilities, guess what your will is going to do? It's going to tap you into all those infinite possibilities. So you have the light, which is your perception of the truth. And we can only create what we can see to be true, right? If I believe I'm a prosperous being, you better believe I'm only creating a prosperous world. If I believe I'm healthy and whole, I'm going to create a body that's healthy and whole. If I believe I can have harmonious relationships, you better believe I'm going to have harmonious relationships. Anybody that's not on that same level will disappear. I've seen it happen many a time. The ladies I worked with 30 years ago, I don't hang out with anymore. Because they were on their little boat and they all like to complain about life and complain about this and that. And once I chose not to be that way, to be a shining light, to be a happy person, guess what? They didn't want to be my friends anymore. And you know what? That's okay, because I got new friends. I have a whole room of people here who love and support me. And guess what? It was worth losing that boatload of people who just bring me down all the time. But that's because I used my perception to the truth to change. And when that changed, my outer world had to change. Those people who didn't support me had to go. Because I was in a different place. I was in a different place. So what is your perception of the truth today? Do you believe you're a divine child of God? Do you believe that you're prosperous? Do you believe that you're healthy and whole? Or do you want to use your power of imagination to create something else? Would you rather say it's easier to believe I'm on a limited income? It's easier for me to believe that this pain in my leg's never going to go away. It's easier for me to believe that I'm never going to have a relationship with my children because I can't get along with them. Is that what you want to use your power of imagination to do? Because you always get a choice. So what are you choosing? Are you choosing to create something new? Are you choosing to believe you're the light? Are you choosing to say, I'm going to turn the light on in this situation? Are you choosing to put your faith in the infinite ideas? Maybe you have a child that you've been trying to get along with, and I understand it's easy to give up on things like that when you've been doing it a long time and it doesn't work. But just maybe you can say, let there be light. Let there be light in this situation. I'm going to use my faith to create from this realm of infinite possibilities. And I'm choosing to create, through my power of imagination, a harmonious, loving relationship. It's all up to you, whether you turn the light on or not. Whether you want to take the time in your mind, because it has to happen in your mind first. It's not going to happen in the outer first. It happens in your mind first. You have to see that relationship improving in your own mind. You have to see yourself loving that person and receiving that love back. And just see what happens. Now, I've been told I don't have a very good relationship with my oldest son's girlfriend. We'll just say I don't have a relationship with her. We'll just make it simple. And I don't know that I've done something that created that, but obviously she's afraid of me or something. And in the past, I was okay with that because I get to see my son and I get quality time with him. So to me, I win-win. But in the future, should they get married and have children, this way we're living is probably not going to work. So I decided, well, maybe she's afraid of me for some reason. After all, I am a minister. Maybe that gets to her, I don't know. And I'm very close to my son, so I don't know if that bothers her, that I'm going to get in the way. But I chose to turn the light on that situation. And in my imagination, instead of going, yay, 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 I get to spend my own time with him every time I see him, which is fun. I enjoy that, I do. But instead of creating that in my mind, I see her and I tell her, please, don't be afraid of me. Don't judge me that I'm going to do something to ruin your relationship with my son, because I'm not. I wouldn't do that to my son. So if I see myself having that conversation with her, then I'm just leaving it up to her, but I see her saying, wow, well then maybe we can get to know each other. Then I put my faith and trust in that infinite possibility, right? And I'm sure it will happen. Because I said, let there be light. I'm perceiving the truth of the situation, that she is a divine child of God. And so am I. So am I. And I can connect to her in that spiritual realm, and I can talk to her, and I can use my power of imagination and create something different. So I'll let you know how it goes. I just started it, so I don't know the outcome yet. But I will let you know how it works to see if she will ever come to dinner with him, which she will not do at this point in time. So we'll see. I made it an impossibility, so I have to let go and see how the universe takes care of it. But that's a difference, right? I could have stayed in my little place and worried about it for years, saying, oh, I'll never get to be a part of his family because she doesn't like me, and I'll probably never get to see the children because she won't let me be around. I could go down that imagination path really easily because it's easy. And it doesn't change anything. But I want to change it. So I turn the light on. Let there be light. God will give me the inspiration to say what I need to say to her. If she says something to me, something will happen. But I've started the seed. I started the seed with my power of imagination. You have to see it in your mind first, and then you'll see it happen. And of course, you got that sun power, which is your perception of the truth, which I've changed. My perception of the truth is no longer that I will never get along with her. I've changed it to she's a child of God, I'm a child of God. See that love flowing from the both of us. Knowing that we both love my son and want his highest and best good. And that I can be a part of that and that she can be a part of that together should change the whole situation. So we'll see. I'm going to walk my talk. We'll see what happens. So you have to understand your perception of the truth is huge. in whatever situation you're dealing with, because that's what your will is going to execute. And if you don't see a situation changing, it's not going to change. It's not. We have to use our own power of creation, our own power of imagination that we have been given since the beginning of time. And we seem to forget. We seem to think we're in this box where we can't get outside the box. But this is what happens every day, and nothing new is going to happen. Well, if that's what you perceive to be true, then that's exactly the way you're going to live. Every day will be the same, and nothing will change. Is that what you really want? Is that what you really want? Every day to be the same, dealing with the same problems, dealing with the same issues, talking about things the same way. So I have to realize I have to quit talking about her now. If I'm talking about her, she is the best, wonderful girlfriend for my son. She's the best person for him, and I would love to get to know her. And I see that happening in the future. So you see how my conversation changes. Not to, oh my God, they're still together. I can't imagine why. And that's where I would go. They're still together. God only knows why. Can't she see, if she just knew who I was, maybe my son would marry her. See, we use that power of imagination more often than you think. Really, in all truthfulness. So my next challenge for you is, since we can use our faith and our power of imagination a negative way, we don't even realize we're doing it, is to catch yourself today. 24 hours, that's all I'm asking for. To catch yourself saying something negative about someone, about yourself, about a situation. So you can stop yourself. I'll give you a golden star if you can do it for 24 hours. I know it's harder for me. It's easy to do, especially if you watch the news at any point in time. But I'm not going to let the news determine whether I'm happy or not. I'm not going to let the stock market tell me if I'm happy or not. I'm going to create my own day. You got that? I'm creating my own day every day. Every day I can say, let there be light, God, and there is light. Every day I can put my faith and trust in that world of infinite possibilities, of those spiritual ideas. And you will hear those ideas when you connect to God. When you have that quiet time, when you have that time just being who you are, you will get those infinite ideas. You will receive the guidance that you're looking for. And you will get so excited. And the doors will open and you'll be moving through them. And just think how wonderful life will be just with those first 3 or 4 steps. Just turn the light on. With whatever situation is a challenge to you, just turn the light on. Make your connection to God. Remember that you are a divine child of God. Feel that power, that presence that is within you. Then you become invincible. Then you've got your faith in the right place. Then you're using your imagination to create goodness in your life, to create miracles in your life, create prosperity in your life, to create harmony in your life. So I have to say, I did this one more time this week. I got my little lesson. Yesterday, I worked at the golf course. It's a Saturday, which I don't normally work on Saturdays. And I was using my power of imagination, right? I said, I got it. I'm turning the light on. God is God is there. Today is going to be done in the grace and ease of God. Because I've been there on a busy day before where you have a whole line full of people and you're trying to cook and do everything else. It's not fun. So I did. I was using my power of imagination. Today people will come in at a steady pace. All is good, right? So I get there. 6 o'clock in the morning. There's always a breakfast rush, right? So the breakfast rush did exactly what I was wanting. They all spaced themselves out, and I had time to cook each one without getting all stressed out of that, right? And so I said to myself, oh good, I got through the breakfast time just fine. Yeah, this stuff works. So lunch rolls around. I have a group of 5 people come in. They all want breakfast burrito or breakfast sandwich. All those things take time to make. I have a line of people behind them that want hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. So I do, because my habit is to get frantic and to get stressed out, but I was taking each step to get each thing done. But then there was my little angel that came to remind me. This man came up, and without saying anything, he just looks me in the eye and he says, breathe. Breathe. I don't have time for that. No breathing. So I took a deep breath and he looked at me again and he says, breathe again. Oh, I thought, okay, so that first one felt pretty good. I'll do it again. So I breathed again. And he goes, can I help you? And the biggest part of me wanted to say, yes, you can. But I know at my job, I can't allow anybody behind the counter. I'm in big trouble. So I said, no, I'll get in trouble if you let me in, if I let you in here. So anyway, he was very nice. He was very supportive. He's telling these people, you know, she's got a lot of things to do, please. I mean, he was my little advocate out there. Please be patient. She's doing the best she can. So you see, I had turned the light on, even though things still got hectic. The universe sent someone to remind me to breathe, to remind me to allow God, who is within me, to move in and through me and to create that day of ease and grace. And it did. Of course, by the time I get to him, and I get him his hamburger, what do? I knock his hamburger or the beer over. I knocked it over. It's on his cell phone. It's all over the table. It's all over. And instead of him getting angry with me, he's laughing. He is laughing. And so that gives me to the point where I can also laugh about it. And the whole time he was there, he harassed me jokingly about it. And so it turned into an afternoon of laughter. And this one soul came and did that. And I just find it amazing. So yes, if we stand in our truth, even when things get crazy, the universe shows up with somebody who tells you to breathe. To breathe. Not once. He told me twice. Breathe. I've never had a man tell me to breathe in my entire life. Breathe. And then the rest of the day went just fine. So there, I tried my power of imagination. At lunchtime, I would probably tell you it wasn't working. But then the man showed up and everything changed. Now, would it have happened that way if I had not turned the light on that morning? I don't know. But I believe that it would not have happened that way. That guy would have never showed up. So, what is it in life that you're wanting to change? What is it in life that you're wanting to desire? What is it that would make you so happy? I'm asking you to turn the light on. I'm asking you to use your faith and to use that power of imagination to see it differently, to see it happening, to see it and feel what it would feel like. So in my mind, I see my son's girlfriend, and we're dancing together, having fun, just having the best of time. That's my power of imagination. So we'll see. It can happen. It will happen. I'm sure it will. But that's where I put my faith in it. So I think I'm going to stop there. I can't get through all of the days, but we'll finish up next Sunday because there are a few more days left in the days of creation. But I just need you to know that you're way more powerful than you believe yourself to be. So just turn on the light. Make that connection to God within you. Allow that connection to move in and through you. See things the way you want them. See them and feel them like you already have them. Because it is your perception of the truth and your will that create. So why not have them create something totally amazing? Like a guy who comes and tells you to breathe. Right? All right, so let's take these ideas into prayer and meditation. So let's just take a deep breath. And we let go. We let go of any negativity, any chaos, any challenges right now. And we give ourselves this opportunity to just be that light. For God said, let there be light, and there is light. So take this time to feel that connection, that oneness with God. Feel that energy, that power that is right there within your own mind, within your own heart. Just feel it. For it is in this space of oneness that we become open to this realm of infinite possibilities, or we become open to this space where we can use our power of imagination to create different experiences. So just take this time to take one idea, one beautiful, amazing idea that you would like to bring into your life. And take this time to see it. Actually picture it in your mind as to what it would look like. And then give yourself permission to feel like you already have it. What would it feel like to have this amazing idea, this amazing dream, whatever it is, manifest? Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you put your faith in it? That is the true power of your imagination. It's the true power you've been given from the very beginning. So just see that dream or whatever high idea you're wanting to bring about. And see it as already done. It's done. So you can take the hows and when and where off and just know through the power, through the presence of God, the universe supports you in every way. And just let it unfold. Let it come into your life. And even when things appear to be chaotic, just breathe. Breathe in that light and that love that you are. That connection that knows how to get to the next place. We just breathe. So take into the silence this incredible power of imagination, connected with your faith, connected to the light of who you are. So let yourself become aware of your surroundings. Hear the music James is playing. And always remember to say, let there be light. And there is light. Amen.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them spring, fresh from the word. Drink the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first rise. Praise for the sweetness of the Lord God, sprung in completeness where His feet rise. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, Eden saw play. Praise generation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day.